Well, I would sum it up with they are the carrier or at the forefront, definitely, of a cultural revolution, especially when it comes to the workplace. They're born after 1980, and they are a generation that has really been impacted by a lot of different socioeconomic factors that make their preferences and their expectations when it comes to their future, to their life, and particularly when it comes to their future employer, very, very different than anything that any of us has ever been used to before. It's the biggest generation ever. I mean, there's billions of them that are coming into the workforce, over the next few years. It's the biggest generation that ever existed. It's going to be around for a very long period of time. And, the reality is that they need to be understood. It's imperative for companies to understand how they operate and how they think. And how would you describe this generation? Definitely tech savvy, obviously. Great multitaskers, very short attention span. They squeeze about 9-10 hours of real time into 6 hours of actual time. This obviously drives the need for organizations to keep them constantly engaged. They want creative and dynamic work environments. They want to be able to constantly be working on different tasks, be engaged. They want to change the world. And if they can't change the world single-handedly, they want to work for organizations that can help them be dedicated to a cause or serve the greater good somehow. They are much more team-oriented than any generation before, and I think this is fantastic actually, because they are an extremely diverse group of individuals who can bring a lot of innovation to any business, as long as they're given that opportunity to work and feel like nobody's really left behind. They're going to expect a lot more from their superiors and their managers, I think, than many managers are ready to give, and that is definitely one of the biggest challenges companies are facing. Are they a threat to a working environment where you need to give up on family in favor of a job? Absolutely. Are they a threat to a working environment where it's enough for a company to have a strong brand name and be unethical or not be corporate socially responsible? Absolutely. But is that a bad thing? I don't see it as a bad thing. So, as hard as they are to manage and as hard as they are to understand, sometimes I'm a big fan of the millennials.